Hello. Uh, my name is Matthew hyphen Corey Robinson, family name. Uh, I am a man. I am only a man. I recognize that today. Uh, I am not a defendant. I am not a citizen. I am not a subject. Uh, I'm not anything but a man. And I encourage all of you to become the same, or a woman, depending on your sex. Uh, I wanted to share something. There's a gentleman on YouTube by the name of christoper-allen hauser, and I started watching him a couple years back, and I had had some interest in what is going on in our world today with our system of government, not only our system of government, but the judiciary. I don't know if that's the word. Judicial standards that we're subject to. Um, it makes no sense to me that some faction of organized people can come together and say, "Well, okay, you can't do this and you can't do that and you can't." Who the fuck are you to tell me what I can and can't do? I'm a man, and I don't buy that. Uh, I believe in this thing with the common law, and I'm not going to try to use too many of those terms because I don't want to confuse where I'm going with this because the knowledge that I have is limited, and I got a lot of studying to do. I got a lot of studying to do. Nonetheless, um, I don't harm anyone. I don't steal from anyone, and I don't swindle you. Don't step on my toes, and I won't step on yours. Plain and simple. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. All the rest of this bullshit that these statutes for on the federal level and the state level, where they say I can and I can't, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. So, give you a little history. I'm a convict. No, well, let me rephrase. I'm a man. However, I have been convicted of a felony, and I was sent to prison. And I've done. I'm 43 years old now. I've probably spent close to 10 years of my life behind bars. Um, that being said, real quick recap. I had a incident last December. It was like round about December 1st, December 2nd. Forgive me, I just ate supper. Um, of 2022. The interesting thing about this incident was there was police involvement. This took place in Walker County, Georgia, um, in the community of High Point, and police were involved, and it involved a woman. She had brought a family domestic charge against me. And I'm not going to go into all the details. You think I'm a wife beater, whatever the fuck you want to think. I don't really care. That's it's irrelevant. I was innocent of the charge, plain and simple. So I was arrested. I spent a week in jail. My mother had to come up from South Carolina to post my bond. It was an absolute nightmare. Um, the whole incident started over a car that I had let her use, and she refused to give back to me. So I had I was released from jail on December 7th, 2022, and when I got home, or no, when I got back to my grandmother's, I called the Hamilton County Police Department and filed charges for the theft of the automobile. Now, the interesting thing about all of this is, as much as I say I and she, it was not I and she that did anything. If you look at it on paper, all caps names were used. Thus, her trust filed a claim against my trust, and my trust filed a claim against her trust. Okay? And I know that's confusing, but I need, uh, it's my civil duty, so to speak, to inform you that anyone out there who doubts what Christopher-Allen Hauser is teaching, you're foolish to not do the research, or at least give it a trial and error go. The man knows what he's talking about. I mean, he really does. And I'm not saying that he's 100% correct in everything he's telling folks, but what I'm about to share with you was information that was obtained through him and some other informational sites, literature, so forth. And I found truth in this. I mean, I really found truth in this. I watched a court shut down because of actions I exhibited from things I was taught through these sites. So she brought this family charge against me. We went to court, and they said in court on the last appearance that I had already entered a plea. I don't really know, because I never really put one on court record. However, this last time I went to court on this matter, they called my name at roll call. I said special appearance. And that's all I said. And they kept on trucking. So it wasn't that big a deal. Well, I was one of the last to go in front of the judge. Okay, let me back up. Before that happened, a sheriff's deputy had called my name after roll call and asked me to come up. And he said, what are you wanting to do on these charges? And I said, well, I don't understand. He said, well, what do you not understand? I said, well, what I don't understand is I'm charged with family violence, and this woman that is involved in this matter, she's not my lover, she's not my girlfriend, we don't live together, we don't share children together, we have no domestic relation whatsoever other than the fact that we're friends. So the officer said, so what are you saying? I said, well, I don't understand how I'm charged with family violence when she and I aren't family. He said, well, would you be willing to plea out to simple battery? I said, no, I don't understand. So he made me sit back down, and I don't know, 15, 20 minutes had passed, and they called me back up, and we went in front of the judge this time, and we were on record. So we stepped up there, and the judge asked me how I wanted to plea. I said, I don't really wish to enter a plea. I said, I don't really understand these charges. He said, well, what do you not understand? And I explained the thing with the family violence thing to him. The prosecutor spoke to the judge, and he said, well, Mr. Whatever the judge's name was, Your Honor, Mr. Robinson, he announced when we had him enrolled, actually said this to the judge. I mean, this is crazy to me. But he stated the fact that I had come into the courtroom and said I was there on special appearance. Now, I don't understand where the relevance in mentioning that to the judge would have been, unless there was some sort of basis for my doing so, and they recognized the validity of that statement I made. Okay? So he mentions this to the judge, and then he goes on to say that he doesn't understand what special presentment means, which I believe that he did. Nonetheless, he said also that I wasn't charged with family violence. I was charged with simple battery. In 20 minutes' time after I told them that I didn't understand the charge of the family violence, they turned around, went downstairs, printed out a new warrant, brought it up to present to the judge, that stated, I was not charged with this, I was charged with that. Now, I don't understand how you do that, because I was arrested for one thing. Now you're saying that this whole other charge has been created, and that's what I'm being charged with. How does that work? So again, the judge said, well, so do you understand now? I said, no, I don't understand. he gave us some deep thought, and ultimately, this is what happened. Um, he said, "Look, we're gonna find somebody that can help you understand." And immediately, my proceedings ended. There was no continuation. The witness is standing there, the prosecution standing there, and I'm standing there, but I don't understand. I don't understand. So, an attorney came and spoke to me, and he gave me this really nice spiel about how, I don't have to have representation, blah 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 blah, and I sort of fucked things up. Well, not really, but as far as the trial and error of seeing just how far you can push this thing with I don't understand, um, I didn't fully go through with that. And the reason being is because me, I, the man, Corey, personally had a conversation with another man who was going to negotiate terms with the woman who was filed a claim against me, um, and see if we could negotiate an agreement. And I was willing to do that because Mom and I were having to drive from South Carolina back to Georgia for these hearings. We'd already made 3 trips, including the one that she did to post my bond. And we were just over it, I mean, it's like, yeah, I'm sick of this shit. I don't want to keep coming back to your courtroom. If we can deal with this today, let's deal with this today. I was the last person to leave that courtroom before any of this finished. And they got my witness against me out of that courtroom before those proceedings ended. I got a lot of research to do. I do. And this is not a last video, but this is, you're not going to see my face again here for a while, because I want to make sure I'm able to guide and direct other men and women to understand completely and fully and grasp the concept behind this, because I don't want to tell you wrong, and I want to give this away freely. And if I'm giving something away freely, I want it to be accurate. I want it to be correct. So basically what I'm saying is, listen to this man, Christopher-Allen Hauser. There's another gentleman by the name of Brandon Joe Williams. He's a little hard to deal with, but he has a website called onestupidfuck.com. It's a bit much. Dude's information is accurate. And his resource page is phenomenal. I've already gotten 3-4 books that he recommended. I've got another 4 coming. 3 of those books I read in 3 days. These aren't short. These aren't long books. They're very short. They're, maybe 100 pages or so. But I would strongly urge everyone to take advantage of what these people are trying to offer. This is not about getting over on someone or screwing the system. We've been screwed. We've been screwed. We've been getting screwed, and we're still getting screwed. And I don't know about the rest of y'all, but after 10 years of incarceration, endless hours in court, dealing with proceedings and lawyers and just people that don't give a fuck about me and my well-being or the well-being of those who depend on me. I mean, I'm over it, man. I'm over it. And, when I come back on here, I'm going to share some more things with y'all, because I'm truly blessed. Not too long ago, I was looking at 27 years. And I beat the charge. God gave me an opportunity to do something different. And I'm clean. I'm clear-headed. I got my wits about me, and I've put this thing to the test. And um, I mean, say what you want. Look, man, none of y'all were in the court with me. I saw this court shut down because I didn't understand. That's simple. I don't understand. 3 words. Court's dead. They don't know what to do. They couldn't proceed. They stopped everything and did everything in their power to give me an attorney. Now I got the outcome that I was looking for, um, which was not to have to go back to court and to get these charges dismissed. Um, and I took the attorney because he was able to negotiate things with this individual that brought the claim against me. But the point being is the interesting thing is when went into court and I let it be known that I was not this trust entity or a representative of this trust entity, or however you would word that I was entering that court as a man. It confused the court, it bewildered the court, and it ultimately shut the court down. It ultimately shut the court down. And I was the last man to walk out that courtroom door. Now, granted, I got the outcome I wanted, and I did it not necessarily the way that Christoper-Allen Hauser would teach you. However, I got what I wanted. And I saw for a fact that there is truth in what he teaches. The information's out there, people. I mean, it's out there, man. You just got to go find it. I'm going to leave y'all with this note because I didn't want to be too long, and I'm getting close to 20 minutes here, and I'm really not trying to bore everyone. But for a lot of years growing up, I would tell my kids knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. And I still believe that. Knowledge is power. Something was mentioned to me a few years back, and it made me recognize that as much as knowledge is power, having that knowledge is great, but if you don't use it, it's useless. I mean, it really is. It's useless. What good does it do you to know shit if you're not willing to put it to use? So now I tell my kids, knowledge is power, and application is the key to open all doors. I shouldn't have to explain that. I'm going to. If you have knowledge and you don't apply it somewhere in your life, it does you no good. You're still standing there at a locked door. The only difference is, with the knowledge, you've got the key. You're just too chicken shit to put it in the lock and turn it. Well, I'm not. I'm not. Because I'm fed up. NA teaches, you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Well, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I am. And I want to change. I don't know where this change is going to go. I don't know what I'm going to learn in ensuing months. I don't know what I'm going to come to. But when that light goes off and I have the information and the ability to process it in a way that it can be output to the public, to the men and women that are of this world, in a way that they can understand and grasp it, then I'm going to be back, and you're going to see a little bit more of my face, and we're going to do some amazing things. I really believe that. So look, this is just a personal note for Mr. Hauser. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything you're doing. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you to all the others that are hip to these things and are out there teaching them and expressing them to where the rest of us can maybe get someone click that switch for us and turn that light on and let us see. Stay in the light, man. Stay in the light. You can't move in the dark. You just can't. You need the light. And, the light is the truth. So what's the truth? Go find it. It's what I'm going to do. I appreciate everyone's time. Thank you so much for coming down here and watching this video. May God bless you all, man. Really, I mean that. And may the light go off, and may you find the truth. And if you don't find the truth, at least make the effort to seek it. I don't know what else to say. Thank you, Christopher. Truly, thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. Brandon Joe Williams, thank you, and keep doing what you're doing. Dude, I got to tell you, get a little bit more organization about you, man. Those long pauses where you're searching on the internet and stuff, it's distracting. But your information is on, dude. Thank you. I'm a subscriber, and I get your emails, and I'm grateful for every one of them, truly. Anna Von Reitz, David Robinson. These are authors that have immaculate literature. It can be found on eBay. It can be found on Amazon. As a matter of fact, David Robinson's publishing company, I think, is out of Columbia, South Carolina, which is literally like right down the road from where I'm at. I haven't been there or anything, but that's where they say the location is on the back of the book. Look, I appreciate your time, and I really do. I hope all of you will take heed to what I'm saying. Grow some balls, man. Grow some balls and try these people. They try us every day. Try them back. Fuck them. I mean, really. They try us every day. I'm not the one. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I'm not that guy. I'm not going to bow. So, thank you.